I will set up the Instagram.
No, I want you to tell me how to do it.
Go to Instagram. You're live right now.
Great. I'm live right now. Hello, live right now. Oh, wait, there's nobody here, so it's okay. Because we're late. We are 6 minutes late. All right. This is Saul and Phyllis's mustard chicken recipe. This is Mustard Monday. We are running a little bit late today. I apologize for our lateness. Will and I went for folks, and that pushed everything back. We usually do this show at 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Saving Time. It's now 10 past 3 on the same day. Hey, Jay-Z is in the house. Nice to see you, Judith. Lovely to have you here. So mustard chicken is a pretty simple recipe, but there's actually some interesting twists and techniques that we're going to show you today on how to make the most of your mustard and chicken. We actually did have a very successful day on the water. We caught 3 beautiful salmon, 2 coho and 1 spring, or it could have been 2 spring and 1 coho. I never can tell the difference. That's my Ontario showing right there. And we had the most wonderful, Will and I did, conversation live, Facebook Live, Facebook FaceTime, that's what it's called.
It was FaceTime.
With Saul and Phyllis, not to be confused. All 2 different people. And we're a whole, hey, it's a Red Show.
Just gonna wash my hands.
2 of the loveliest people you'll ever want to know. And they are just the most nurturing, caring, loving, feeding, just awesome folks. And when they told us about this recipe when we were on our FaceTime with them the other day, we decided, boom, we want to do this for Mustard Monday because it's a great showcase for, there it is, our mild mustard. So the mild is the flavor that I reach for the most when I'm looking for a vinaigrette, a marinade, something that's going to go with something else. You Instagram people are getting a really close up of this face. I'm sure you're
Sorry, guys.
Thank you. Could you mind on the phone, please? I can't work in these circumstances. I'm kidding. The mild is the most versatile of the mustard. And in fact, the mild is about to run out. We got a call from Emma this morning. We think we have like 17 orders left for the mustard, for the mild mustard. Get it while it's hot. Actually, this is serious right now. This is serious. If you are not subscribed to the Caplansky's Mustard newsletter, subscribe now. The newsletter that's about to drop, what's going to drop, Bella?
Well, end of the week.
No, it's got to be before the end of the week, because the end of the week is...
Is it Wednesday or Thursday?
Okay, Wednesday, Thursday. So 29th and 30th of this month, before the end of the week, the biggest, baddest newsletter of all time that we've ever written is going to drop.
Dun, dun.
There's huge news. Huge news. Hey, Ewan Cuthill is in the house.
Is he really?
Yes, he is. Ewan Cuthill himself. He's here. Hello, Ewan.
Ewan.
If I wave at the screen, does Ewan wave back? I want to know. Does Ewan wave back? Love you, Ewan. So, Ewan, this is a recipe. Your dad is an awesome chef, and we are so proud of Callum and the whole crew. Hey, he's giving us a little hello there. Hello back.
Hello.
And Theo Butler's there as well, our friend from Newfoundland. Nice to see you, my friend. We love our Newfoundlanders.
We do.
We hold them in our hearts. Welcome to Flavortown, the Canadian edition with a U. We should get our own. We should do our own Flavortown shirts.
I love it.
With a U.
Oh my goodness.
So I can be the mayor of somebody's Flavortown, the one that's spelled with a U. So let's get back to this.
Yeah.
So Ewan can do this. Anybody can do this recipe. It's so simple and so easy. But before we went live to air, we started this incredible technique that Saul and Phyllis showed me to salt. So I took a generous, not spritzing, I use kosher salt, a nice coarse kosher salt, on both sides of the chicken. And Willa can attest to the fact that
You can see the salt grain still on the chicken.
Okay, well yeah, it can. I mean, but what I'm saying is that it glistens.
Oh, it does.
Because the moisture is being drawn out of the chicken. So my feeling is that the reason they have us salt the chicken, and because Phyllis isn't here right now, because her priorities are wrong, her grandchildren, why are you saying Phyllis is with her grandkids. And we could not be happier because this is her first time with her grandchildren.
Since March. Which is,
how lovely is that?
It's a wonderful
She
thing.
has her priorities absolutely straight.
Yeah.
Kids always come first. Your health, your kids, and then Zane Caplansky. That's the big
But
three
what
right
we
there.
should do is wave at them. Hi, Phyllis and Saul.
And what they told us is, I'm just with you and two, when we wave at the screen, they wave back. Like they're like old people. They think that the TV people are just small versions of themselves, and we're actually standing there, which we are. We are actually standing inside of your screen.
Boris says hi.
Hello, Boris. Boris who?
Boris Jasbeck?
Hey, Boris. Boris is awesome. I love Boris and Helene, his wife. Lovely, lovely people. They are barbecue judges, in fact.
Oh, are they?
Yes,
I
are.
had no idea.
Certified, qualified, very people of the utmost taste. And I beat him at Words with Friends almost every single game. Boom, boom.
Is that the horseradish mustard that I see?
So this is actually the mild. And the mild is the one that we're featuring today. In fact, when Phyllis sent me the recipe, she called for Ballpark. And Ballpark is I called it the Field of Dreams mustard. This is the one that transports you back to that time and place.
Oh.
And the doves were on you. And you had that perfect hot dog. You just, a little bit on your shirt. That's Ballpark. The mild mustard is not the same mustard. But the mild mustard is actually seasoned with celery seed.
Yes, it is.
And that's what goes on the rim of your Caesar. That's the actual rimming.
Is it really?
Right there.
I had no idea.
It's true.
Oh.
Keep it PG, Willa. Keep it PG. I'm telling you, I can't work under these circumstances. So we're using the mild today because the mild really goes both ways. It can go with less fancy or more fancy dishes, and we love the flavor that imparts to everything that it touches. So after having salted, not assaulted.
Oh, already gone through my entire jar of Ballpark.
Who did?
Commando Revolver?
Commando.
Revolver?
I'm not sure who the Revolver is, but if you use a handle that we can't tell who you are, you can't get a shout out. But Shellac 33, that's my boy Scooter right there.
Is it?
Scott Neville in Kingston, Ontario. Hey, that's right, you right there. So I'm not going to delay this any further.
Okay.
We've salted the chicken.
How long do you want to salt it for?
They said 15 minutes.
Okay.
And what my belief is, because this is not a technique that I normally use, but I think that to marinate a chicken, you're taking out some of the moisture.
Yeah.
And so it will suck back and bring in the flavor of the marinade. And essentially what we're doing now is marinating the chicken. This is going to be a very short show. I'm just seriously doing a song and dance here, just so I can give you some entertainment value.
Charlene is complaining that we don't have a celery emoji. Not yet.
We're not the emoji people. We're not in charge of celery emojis.
But we'll put in a good word.
We will. We will do that. We will do that for you. So I believe the recipe actually calls for rinsing and patting dry.
Okay,
so
I can pat dry. I have the
Look at this. Look at my help right here.
See that?
She's got the paper towel on the ready.
Going.
I'm going to give it a little rinsey poo.
Yeah.
And get all the extra salt that Willa said was on top of the chicken. And if you don't get all the salt off, it's not the biggest crime in the world either. Ewan, are you still with us? Are you still watching, Ewan? Did we lost Ewan yet?
I don't know. We'll just keep mentioning his name, and he'll have to.
Yeah, exactly. He has to stay. That's right.
For the call-outs.
So why don't I just put it right here?
Yeah, and I will switch places.
Yeah. Well, the way this goes is really super simple. So this is just a prop. My mild mustard, because we're the one from the squeeze.
Yeah, we are.
I think is the second one in next to the. Okay, because your hands are full of chicken.
My hands are full of chicken. Yeah.
And it was. This is the mild. So the recipe calls for half a cup on screen.
Thanks.
Half a cup.
Here.
No, we're fine. We're fine. You know, you can stand closer. We're married, you know. Best day of my life. Actually, my anniversary is coming up, August the 12th, and I get a reminder of it right here on the cut on the our anniversary cutting board.
You know what our
leather. It's our leather anniversary.
It's our leather anniversary.
Number 1 is paper.
Yeah.
Number 2 is
Cotton.
Number 3 is leather.
Yeah.
So for the first anniversary, I got our wedding vows printed on letterpress paper, and it's hanging here on the wall.
It's beautiful.
For our second anniversary, I bought you a T-shirt.
I started you a quilt.
Yes.
It is not done.
Not done. For our 19th anniversary, it's the quilt anniversary. So this is called half a cup of mild mustard, and I always very carefully measure every time I do a recipe. I take out the measuring cups and I make sure that it's exactly, no more, no less, than half a cup.
No, Zane.
Will loves it when I do that. So what the reason that the Will's holding the chicken back is because we actually started with a whole chicken, and this is how you quarter or break down a chicken, first by cutting the back. We're actually going to keep this because we're gonna throw it into our chicken stock.
Oh,
and we're gonna make a little chicken stocky soupy thing so that we can. There's no reason to throw this in the garbage.
Yeah, and I mean this one still has its neck attached.
Yes.
So
lots
that's
of flavor.
Lots of flavor, lots of meat still on that. But I just thought I should point that out.
Yeah, there's a reason I kept it, and it was so that I could explain it to you. Also, this is the chicken bum right here, which is actually that's a chicken bum dance. How'd you like that? Anthony Bourdain's favorite part of the chicken is the chicken bum because it's so fatty and so juicy. In Japan, they fight over that piece of chicken right there. The Japanese know the way around a chicken like nobody's business. I just made that up. This recipe calls for chicken soup base, which is the MSG laden, non-soup related powder.
MSG makes everything taste.
MSG is the secret ingredient in just about everything. So 1 tablespoon. When the noise stops, I'll finish this. 1 tablespoon. Thank you. 1 tablespoon. What were you gonna say, baby?
I was gonna ask actually if you put in a new East Coast clove because our soup's on there.
So in fact, I did put an order in with Roger and Karen Dooling at East Coast Glow. They were so kind. At the beginning of the pandemic, this is the kind of people. Kind of friends that we have in Newfoundland. Roger and Karen, hold it up to the camera. Sent us, just because they're lovely, a box of incredible East Coast Glow soaps. The smell of this one is adorable. I've actually ordered 4 more of those just so we have lots on hand. We still have some of our bars of their soaps. We have the bath bombs that they sent us.
Yeah.
They're beautiful people who make beautiful products. eastcoastglow.ca. You won't be disappointed.
Do you want me to put this in a pot? The chicken neck and back, or are you going to?
Because you read the recipe and you know what we're supposed to do.
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's the chicken neck and back.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was.
I thought you were going to say the rest of the chicken. No. The rest of the chicken has now been patted dry. So we have our Ziploc bag. Our self-sealing bag, because we're not using brand names unless they pay us, and these people are not paying us, filled with half a cup of mustard. We got our unbranded monosodium glutamate chicken powder. Not my recipe, folks. I'm just doing the best I can. This is authentic Spanish paprika, coming in an authentic Spanish paprika package.
Yeah,
it is a pretty. So paprika is red pepper, and if you go to any restaurant anywhere in Hungary, instead of salt and pepper, they will have salt and paprika on the table. This is the stuff it's the good stuff right here, and 1 tablespoon of that as well. And I actually think the recipe calls for a dash, but I threw in a tablespoon because that's how I roll. 2 minced cloves, I used 4, because again,
that's why you do it.
It's not called Flavor Town by accident. We bring on the flavor. That's what I learned from my man Guy. Actually, that's what I learned from everybody. I like flavor. So you've seen me mash mince and garlic before. I sprinkle with salt. The salt absorbs the oil, so you don't end up with a big pool of garlic oil on your cutting board. Again, The flavor is in the oil. See, that's me going back and forth with my 2 cameras. My Instagram friends, my Facebook friends, my Insta friend, Insta fan. Who is this guy?
I don't know. You're on fire, though.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Pepper. Okay. I didn't think you'd have it. No. Just half of it. Beautiful. Because there's already some salt, as I just said, in the garlic. Over salting will only dry out whatever you do with it.
I like that.
Over peppering, no such thing.
No such thing as pepper. Well, I guess you could, but not today.
Also remember that we did salt the chicken. And and oil.
Oil.
So 2 tablespoons of oil.
Olive oil or some other oil?
You are the most perfect wife and partner any man could ever want. I was so hoping that you would ask that question. The recipe just says oil. Our go-to generally is olive oil. We got this wonderful Chilean olive oil.
Gold medal winner.
Yeah, winner, gold medal chicken mustard dinner. And 2 tablespoons, perfectly measured. There you go. See, she's picking one up when I'm throwing down. I love this woman so much. And Charlene is mad about the celery emoji. Oh.
I know, right?
You know, Charlene, if that's the worst thing that's going to happen to you in your day today, it's a good day.
Yeah.
And for us, it's a very good day because we caught fish.
We did catch fish.
And, Willa's dad, so now I can see why we used too much paprika, so it's all turned red, which is fine. I love this color, and it's going to look gorgeous on our chicken. And essentially, it's 3:25 now. We're going to put this chicken into marinade for the rest of the afternoon, and it's going to be ready to go for dinner time. However, I have a sneaking suspicion that the people that we like to cook with and for are going to want to have fish for dinner.
True.
So
Ewan just told us that they had a really good brisket up at the cottage.
Hey, Ewan, that's awesome. And now Ewan's dad, Callan, is an incredible chef. And his chefing days are soon to be over because he's going to work for a very big, well-known e-commerce platform that isn't Shopify. I won't tell you which one because, again,
Wait, they're not paying us.
they're not paying us. And if you're not paying me, I'm not saying your name on TV. Facebook TV.
There's lots of fans of the Buena Vista and East Coast Glow.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Now, someone's asking, do you happen to have a larchwood board? What's a larchwood board? Is that type
So it's the type of wood. We actually, this one is made of maple, and maple is another wonderful hardwood, often used in cutting boards because it doesn't absorb these kinds of liquids very well at all, which is what you want. You want something that's not absorbent. And but hey, I'm open to gift giving. Roger sent us soaps. You could send us some larchwood cutting boards. I would not say no. What is the larchwood anniversary? So the third is...
The third is leather.
Fourth is larchwood? Is that...
I think so. Like the 3.5.
August the 12th. No, I'm just kidding. So this is my way of trying to mix through the...
So it's like I was about to use another brand name. And I can't think of synonyms for shake and bake at the moment.
So it's like tandoori chicken.
Yeah, okay, right, yeah.
Where you make a paste, and then you it's okay, I have to do everything like that. So I can do that too.
Okay.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm just kidding. So you make a paste of the mustard and seasonings.
Now.
Mustard, paprika, chicken base, oil, garlic, salt, and pepper. Ewan, you can do this. If I can do it, you can do it, right?
And after this is marinated,
it sits for however long you want to make it sit for.
Okay.
The longer it sits for, the more flavor will be imparted from the marinade into the chicken.
And do we rinse off the marinade? Do we toss
Great
the marinade?
question. See, this is why I married this genius of a woman. Thank you for asking that. Saul was very specific in his instructions. He was taught, shake off the marinade. He doesn't do that. He leaves it on.
Rebel.
Well, and I'm the same way. It's the flavor. Why do you want to rinse that down the drain? This will go directly onto our charcoal grill on the outside on our patio. Mustard, marinade, and all. And let's, I realize that smell-o-vision is coming with 6G, but why don't you give it a...
Oh, that is a beautiful smell.
The combination...
The paprika is just, with the celery seed of the mustard, it's just this lovely... It smells like summer. Like it is, like it's a really...
I love listening to Will talk about food. I love listening to Will talk about food. It really...
It's going to barbecue up so lovely.
It is.
Now, should we be using... I'm just wondering... Are we going to put our stone so that things don't drip through to our barbecue?
So what Will is referring to is that if you'll remember at our Passover demos with the matzah hanging on the wall, we bought ourselves a lava rock. And that's something that we put on our barbecue to, because what happens is if you have fat drippings, you'll get flare-ups and flame-ups. It makes things take a lot longer to cook, but it does prevent those flare-ups from happening. The flare-ups will make your chicken burn. So to answer your question, I would say no, because we're going to cook at a very high heat, and one of us, me, I picked me, is going to stand there with a squirt bottle in one hand, because that's another way to avoid flare-ups, is to pew, 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 pew.
That's a fun job.
Right? It's target practice. It's like whack-a-mole, but with actual live flames. And making sure that the only thing catching fire is this guy right here.
And I have to make, because I used the spray bottle when I made the bread, but I think it's outside now by the barbecue again.
It is. It's right there. And we have charcoal. We have a wonderful, also brand unnamed barbecue that we cook on until those people are paying me. I don't say the name. And the chicken's going to go on. It's a whole chicken. It'll feed at least 4 people, maybe even 6 the way these people eat. And
we're like birds.
Well, and it's likely too that we're going to have fish tonight. So I may even leave this overnight in the refrigerator. And speaking of the refrigerator, let's do a little impromptu. Let's do the graphic first.
Okay.
So we have a very high-tech graphic that we've worked out.
You got the song ready?
Brisket Babysitting Club. I got a song and a dance. Let me see. I started. It was. We were in the IKEA in Vancouver. Blue checkers twist. Let's twist again. And I started twisting. And this woman came over. She's like, watching a man twerk in an IKEA. Ooh, my.
Yeah, she was into it. She was fully into it.
I was sexually objectified.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I'm okay with that. Okay. I'm not saying it's okay to sexually objectify people who aren't into it.
Yeah.
I was into it.
There's 2 in here.
There are 2. Because, so Willa and I are doing a live smoked meat demo and tasting. That's right. My smoked meat. My smoked meat rub. My cure. My briskets. In the Capital Iron building in beautiful downtown Victoria, British Columbia. Coming up on August the 15th. That's the Ides of August for you Shakespeare fans at home. And because of that tremendous honor that Mike Black has given us to be able to go and do a second. If you go and do one, anybody can do one. You don't get invited back unless they like you. Mike liked us. Mike likes me and Willa, and he ordered our product so you can buy Caplansky's mustard on the shelves in the iconic Capital Iron, 1900 Store Street. Downtown Victoria, BC. That's right, I memorized the address.
You did memorize the address. What's my phone number?
778-444, and then there's an 8 in there somewhere. True?
True.
See? Take that to the bank. Well, okay, the truth is, I actually know her phone number, but I don't want to say it live on Facebook TV because
Good save.
I don't want all the boys,
Good save.
messing, getting all up my grill or my girl.
I'm going to put this in the fridge.
Sure, that's going to go in the fridge. Yeah. And this is the Brisket Babies Club is in effect. I had a wonderful idea, which we are acting upon, which is to be able to make our spice rub and our cure available to you at home, anybody who wants it, and watch our website for details. So again, please subscribe to the Caplansky's newsletter. Please take a look at what we're picking up, what we're throwing down, because there's some great discounts, there's some great contests.
Yeah.
You could win a dinner experience with the two of us. We will come to your hometown. We will come to your home. We'll come wherever you want.
When it's safe.
When it's safe, of course. No, we're going to go in the middle of a fire or a pandemic. No, of course, when it's safe. We'll even wear masks. Do I have a mask for you? Oh my God. Let's just show them a purple mask. I want them to see the purple mask. The fabric is from Africa, from Mali. The artist who made the mask had kept this fabric for 20 years. Look at this. I will wear this mask for you. I will cook for you in your home with your friends. 10 people. We said 10, right?
10.
Maximum 10. Or you can make your way here to Tofino, BC. Maybe we'll take you crabbing like we did Josh Josephson and his grandchildren. Maybe we'll take you fishing like we did today with the Bradshaws. Catch some salmon. Catch it, cook it right here in Tofino, BC. We're not going to fly you here. We're not paying your expenses, but we're going to give you the dinner experience of your entire life. You will never, ever forget it. Ask the Josephsons. Anyway,
so
go ahead.
Shellac33.
That's Scott Neville.
Says this is similar to the mustard chicken my daughter made with your mustard. She loved it. And
Scooter is exactly right. I call him Scooter. I think his Twitter handle is Scooter. Scott's exactly right. There's actually no intellectual property protection. I mean, you cannot patent a recipe. That's why the Colonel's secret recipe is a secret. If he told people, other people would go out and make his chicken. We're done.
Agitated?
We are fully, obviously, agitated. And that's why the Coke recipe is also a secret. Because if you told people, they would knock it off.
Yeah.
So yes, Scott's daughter is made a wonderful mustard chicken, just like this one. And there are lots of other recipes. In fact, Saul and Phyllis's recipe called for it to be baked in the oven, which is an easy and wonderful way to do it. We're choosing to do it on the grill. They called for Ballpark. We're doing mild. They called for a dash of paprika. We put in way too much. So that's kind of how we do things. Way over the top.
I love it.
I love it too. So we are not going to do a part 2, although we will take pictures of this once it's even because I'm that liar. But hey, it's just the way I roll. This is I always tell Willa, there is no such thing as reality
in reality television.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for know. 30. Well, actually, because we started late, this was exactly 30 minutes on the nose. I love you and you, but most of all, I love you.
Oh, thanks, baby.
Sure. Boom.